Hello everybody, welcome to Mike's Mike. My name is Mike. If you're new to my channel, you might not know that outside of YouTube, I work as a software engineer. Which means that I write code a lot, but sometimes I don't write code. Sometimes I write emails. It's my belief that every job has a scream level. You cannot possibly go to your job and just love every second of it. People who say that they love their jobs all the time, I'm like, it's a lie. They lied.
Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
And I counted 6 jobs, not including the one that I'm doing now, so 7.
It's all old and dried out, like that man right there.
In the course of this campaign that you didn't...
Hello?
Let's start with my first job, which was working in my cousin's Italian restaurant. As we know, I am Italian.
But I'm an Italian girl from New York.
Pretty much just cut mozzarella for a couple of hours a day on the weekend.
I'm Italian.
Cut some squid.
Just an Italian girl from New York.
Just fun things, you know? I used to sit in the fridge for a little bit. Okay, next we need to talk about tutoring. During year 12, which is the year that I got my 99 ATAR.
Okay.
I did a bunch of tutoring both at my school and in libraries for kids at other schools, and it was mostly maths and science tutoring. And it was like pretty easy money, except for when the kids just genuinely hated me.
Really let her have it on the way out.
Sometimes I just wanted to be like, child, do you honestly think that I want to do this? Just let me get my cash and go.
When I got there, I just felt, haha, this is not for me.
I mean, it looks like we're going in chronological order here, so let's talk about undisclosed burger chain. When I say that this job changed my life, not changed my life in that it was so good, oh my god, it changed my life. It fucking sucked, I hated it. I still very much feel like if someone hasn't worked in hospitality or retail, then they just don't understand how horrible people are. The time period that I worked at undisclosed burger chain is the time period that they ended up getting taken to court for because they weren't paying people enough. We had to take all the knives out of the restaurant because people kept stealing them and the police were worried that they'd be used as a weapon. So we had to hide all the knives. I remember we turned up to work and the boss wasn't there and there was no notification of the boss not being there. And no one knew where the boss went, and the boss just disappeared. And I still don't know what happened. And of course you had your run-of-the-mill anger management issues, some cheating drama, you know, the old raw meat disasters.
Not this.
Sometimes some bugs in the lettuce.
That's so upsetting.
I remember one time I was washing dishes and this girl came in with plates from the floor and people from the kitchen had put this beef tub in the kitchen next to me because it was too big to fit on the sink and I needed to wash it. So then there was like a tub of beef juice, right? And this girl walks in, accidentally steps on something or in the bucket or something and slides and falls into the meat juice bucket. I've also got this mini story here that I think it's real. It just feels so unreal that surely it couldn't have happened. But I distinctly remember this older lady telling me, she used to say like, Charlie on a Sunday, Charlie on a Sunday. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? And then someone told me that it meant she did crack on Sundays.
I don't know, I just don't think this is like great for me. I don't want to do it. I want to go home.
I'm going to give internship 1 a medium scream level. It was in a different state. So I had to go to Melbourne for about a month for this internship. And I didn't have anywhere to stay properly, so we ended up doing like an Airbnb. And obviously if I'm getting an Airbnb for a month, the budget's not going to be high. This Airbnb, oh my god, this lady, we have beef. Anyway, one day when I was at work, the sink flooded. Something happened with the washer on the tap broke and all this water was coming out of the tap. And it went through the wood sink and dripped all the way down into the carpet and then went everywhere in the carpet. I was going to be in Melbourne for a month and this was about halfway through, I think, and the carpet's all wet. So I remember us calling the Airbnb owner and they were in Singapore and they were like, oh, sorry, can't help you. Maybe contact these building people. And no one helped me. So then it started smelling moldy carpet. And then I had my suit and everything started smelling like mold. Next is the call center. Ooh, the call center. The call center. The people that I worked with at the call center, fantastic. However, I think it's fair to say that if the university that you went to calls you and asks for money, you're probably not going to be in a good mood, right? So I was the one making those calls.
I tried to scream.
People would yell at me, swear at me, scream at me, you know, the works. And at the end of the shifts, I'd just be like, whatever. I sucked at it, right? There were people who were genuinely good at this, and I was not one of them. I'd try and get like a sale or something, and it just, nah. And this was peak master's degree breakdown era, which I think was 2017, 2018. So what would happen was, I was doing my thesis, I was doing all my other units, and then I'd do this job as well. So there was like a solid month or a month and a half where I went to uni every day, including weekends, because the call center was on the uni campus. So I'd do uni Monday to Friday and then work Saturday and Sunday. And let me tell you, the uni campus is about an hour and a half one-way drive from where I live in Perth. So just think of all the hours.
When my head was underwater.
People are always like, how do you know all these lyrics to Nicki songs? How do you know all these Gaga lyrics? That's how. That is how. So then we have internship 2, which was at a pressure vessel design company. These people were so nice, and the job was pretty interesting. It's just not really what I wanted and wanted to end up doing. My desk was near the toilet. This is so gross. But I would see people going past all the time, right? And then I'd start to detect who it was based on the footsteps. So I would know how many times this person had gone to the toilet in the day. The next thing was that the guy who sat behind me would just sleep during lunch, right? So he'd sit at the desk and work until 12:30. Then he'd go like this, pull his blazer up and sit down and go to sleep for like an hour, and then go back up and start typing again. Like, he never got up. I think I saw him get up once, and I know if he got up because I'd be hearing that shit. So yeah, that's all of my past jobs. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like. If you've got something to say, leave a comment. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Peace out. Bye. It's Christmas. Let's go home. Welcome to the end screen. Here you will find another video for you to watch and a link to easily subscribe to my channel. So make sure you subscribe to my channel.
It's an Easter egg hunt. Sorry. Sits in a chair and tells someone it's Easter. Oh, this is insanely embarrassing.